Good day to everybody out there. This is See Thy Wealth, Water Your Health. Drink a glass of water. And today I want to talk about why I left the USA to live off grid abroad. But before I get to that, I want to run this video by that was given out by the unapologetic nomads. And it's interesting to see this coming from a younger perspective and how they feel about Africa now, because I can tell you for myself, growing up, the news and all the publications used to make us feel like Africa was one of those places that the children all had bugs coming out of their nose and eyes and so on and so forth. And they always made it seem like a place to not visit or want to ever go to. Just like Mexico, they make you seem like you're going to end up getting killed or something's going to happen to you. And it's just not the case. It's the United States is just as dangerous as any other country who they talk about. Service here, I just Starlink thing about a week or so ago, and periodically it goes to, and right now it says online, but sometimes it'll say obstructed. So when it says obstructed, I'll stop talking and waiting for it to come back online, just so you guys know. And this is played back, you guys will understand. But anyway, let me get to this video and you guys will let me know what you think. Put it in the comment section. In the meantime,
man, this whole time, bro, they made us fucking think Africa was such a poor country, bro. Such a place you wouldn't want to be at, bro. And speed is single-handedly changing my perspective on life. Like the music in Africa, the culture, everything, every single aspect of Africa just makes my insides feel so good, bro. It makes me just want to leave America, bro. I feel like America is the trap. America is the trap. The American dream is the trap. Everybody else is free, but not free from America. America's the problem, bro. America's the fucking problem. And I'm ready to get the fuck out of here. Like, Speed, thank you, bro. Thank you.
let me play that back one more time. You guys let me know what you think in the comments. Is America, let me know what you guys think. I don't know.
Made us fucking think Africa was such a poor country, bro. Such a place you wouldn't want to be at, bro. And speed is single-handedly changing my perspective on life. The music in Africa, the culture, every single aspect of Africa just makes my insides feel so good, bro. It makes me just want to leave America, bro. I feel like America is the trap. America is the trap. The American dream is the trap. Everybody else is free, but not free from America. America's the problem, bro. America's the fucking problem. And I'm ready to get the fuck out of here. Like, Speed, thank you, bro. Thank you.
So, I mean, it's interesting to hear him say America is the problem. I don't know if I necessarily feel that way. I feel like there's a select few, but everybody's the problem. The problem isn't just America. I feel like the way he's talking, he's on to something, but this is interesting to hear coming from a young person perspective. It is.
Bro, they made us fucking think Africa was such a poor country, bro.
They kind of made us feel like that. The news and everything kind of makes you feel like that. But the reason why I left the USA is because I wanted to go off grid. And not only did I want to go off grid, but I also wanted to be in a tropical location. And you may say, well, what about Florida? What about Hawaii? Florida and Hawaii are cool, but I did look at Florida. Contrary to what you may believe, but I'm not rich. I just know how to manage my money really well, and I know how to invest a little bit. And that's kind of how I was able to get here to this particular space. But overall, I just don't have an abundance of money to just. I left the USA in the amount of acreage that I wanted, and not only in the amount of acreage that I wanted, but just the solar comparisons and prices and getting a well dug, and everything was just a lot more expensive in the United States than it was here. Now, it didn't have to be this particular country that I came to, but this one made more sense to me. It was really close. It was an English-speaking country. Flights from LA was, I think, like 3 or 4 hours. So it wasn't like that long. From the East Coast, it's not that far. You know, it's just a real simple flight. You don't have to fly across like going to Bali or whatever. And the prices were great. The people are nice. So I chose this country for those reasons that I just mentioned. I left the USA because I couldn't find the acreage that I wanted and the locations that I wanted for the price range that I want. That is my main reason. I didn't leave because, you know, the political climate or it was just too difficult with racism or anything like that. Although I did have a run-in with the police in South Carolina a couple years as I was on. It was really, really one of them things that caused me. I was already on the verge of moving, but I hadn't yet secured a place to buy. I think I had one under contract, and then the guy ended up dying, but I hadn't even have it. But I was ready to just pack up. I had already had everything packed. Everything that I owned was in that car then, because I was on the verge of making the transition to come here very soon. So I was doing a lot of moving around at the time, trying to handle some business, so on and so forth. And that really put something in my mind like, man, I want to get the hell out of here. Because it was racism at its finest on Juneteenth. Word. I'm from Miami to New York City. Actually, yeah, New York. I was like, man, I'm ready to go. But that never deterred me or made me want to leave the country, the United States. I just wanted to be in a tropical location that was affordable. That's it. If I had the opportunity to purchase this in Florida or Hawaii in the same amount of acreage, I probably would have checked there too. But there's nothing wrong with leaving the United States. I think that if everybody should probably try to experience living abroad at least once. And if it sticks to you, then stay with it. If it doesn't, then stay home. But for me, the United States is chaotic right now, just like a lot of places. I don't think that you can just say the United States is a bad place. The United States has its gripes just like everywhere else. You know, this place has its things that don't work. Africa has its things that don't work. Europe has its things that don't work. Asia, they all have their things that don't work. It's all about you at the end of the day. So I don't give a damn what country you're in. You're going to always follow you. It was all about affordability to me. I was able to afford the lifestyle that I wanted to with the amount of acreage and the temperate or the climate that I wanted to. Really important. Having sunlight all year round for the vitamin D, for the health, very important. Very important. Also for the solar. To grow what kind of food I want all year round, very important. You can't do that all year round in the United States unless you have greenhouses and all kinds of other infrastructure, right? Unless you're in Florida. So my main reasons weren't because their political climate or things that are going wrong there, although I could have been easily chased away, but that's not my. Anyway, as you can see, what's up, D-Rails or Drells? I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right. What's up, man? How you doing? Good to see you too. Bear with me, man. I got this new internet. It's saying I'm online right now, but every once in a while it'll say it's obstructed. But yeah, I'm not going to let no political figure, no senator, no governor, nobody kind of influence me of getting out of the country or nothing like that. Although I'm not going to be stupid. I'm going to go where I'm treated best. I'm saying, because to stay where you're not wanted, it doesn't make any sense. And I think a lot of our problems are we don't understand the Constitution. We don't understand the law. We don't understand, not only do we not understand the law and the Constitution, we also don't understand how to implement them things to work in our favor, which is a really big problem. And we don't have the time to put into that stuff because we got to go to our 9 to 5. We got to take care of our kids. We got to take care of the bills or whatever the case may be. Being here off grid, even being here without all of those responsibilities and things that are keeping my attention, I still have such a short attention span to even pick up the books that I know are going to help me and continue to keep my mind growing and giving me mental stimulation. Why? I don't know. I think it's because I'm so addicted to the fast pace and just being so stimulated by what the United States had to offer and the lifestyle that I was continuously living, that I was living there. I just can't. I haven't turned it off yet, you know, but eventually I'll get into a mode to where I can get fixated on just educating myself to become a better person, just knowledge wise, so I can operate out here and not point the finger at the people that's in office and they're not getting the job done.